Hello everyone, a quick introduction about myself. I'm XoDeX Husky. I have 14 years experience in tactical shooters, 8 years being in Siege, and I transitioned to Siege on PC 5 months ago. So I'm going to share my knowledge with you. Did you know that over 50% of new players quit Rainbow Six Siege within their first month? Rainbow Six Siege has over 70 operators, each with unique abilities. This variety can be overwhelming for new players, but it also opens up a world of strategic possibilities. But those overwhelming possibilities are one of the many main causes people quit.
How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game? I'm so sick of this company.
In this video, you will learn essential tips for new players that will help you improve your gameplay and overall enjoyment and experience of the game. Most of the common problems and challenges new players encounter are operator knowledge, map knowledge, droning, teamwork and communication, and game sense. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Choosing the right operator for you. Assuming you are a new player with minimal knowledge of the game, you should be looking at operators that can have a massive team impact without needing loads of map knowledge and game knowledge. You know those easy to use ops like Rook, where you just throw a bag of armor down and your job is done? And you might be thinking, but Husky, I want to have a real impact. And believe me, you will make more of an impact giving your team armor and a self-revive than you would trying to be an Azami and throwing your barriers in all the wrong places, making your teammates mad at you and lowering your own morale. So here's a quick list of my top 5 easy to use operators for attack and defense for new players. Covering defense first, number 1, we have Rook. You load in, throw your armor bag down, and your team gets extra health and a self-revive. His guns are also strong with him being one of the few defenders with access to a magnifying scope. And for his gadget, I recommend the proximity alarm as it gives audio cues when people are in the vicinity. Number 2, Legion. Legion's goo mines are traps that can be placed on the ground. I recommend placing them on stairs, side entrances, window drop-ins, and general areas you think the enemy will try and push. They recharge throughout the round and can be placed for information. They will prevent the enemy from sprinting until they stop to pull them out. They also do a bit of damage, which is a bonus. Just make sure they are placed close enough to sight that you can hear the audio cues. Number 3, Kapkan. Kapkan has explosive traps that you place on doorways or windows. Each trap does 60 damage, so I recommend placing at least 2 per door, but you could place all 5 in different areas for info. You can adjust the trap placement by either standing or crouching to place the traps high or low. Keep in mind Twitch drones can break them and Rav can hack them, which will detonate them when you or your teammates pass through them. Number 4, Cade. Cade electrifies reinforced walls, hatches, and even barbed wire with his Electro Claws to prevent hard breachers from easily opening walls and hatches. He gets 2 claws, and 1 claw can electrify 2 surfaces, and you can even learn to Cade trick after enough practice. Number 5, Jaeger. Jaeger has 3 active defense systems, also known as ADSs, that can destroy 1 enemy projectile and recharge over 10 seconds, which it will then reactivate and can then destroy another projectile. Don't place them in areas they can easily be shot, and they are also great for keeping team equipment safe from grenades and EMPs. Now let's cover attackers. Number 1, Thatcher. Thatcher's gadget disables electronics for 15 seconds, even reticles, cameras, etc. He is a team must-have in most cases when it comes to encountering a bandit, Cade, and even a mute. Pair him with a hard breach, and you should get the wall breached. Number 2, Finka. Finka's ability Adrenaline Surge is super amazing. She gets 3 charges, and each charge will boost your whole team's health. But most importantly, it will also instantly revive a downed teammate, including herself. Your teammates can literally be on the other side of the map, and with just the click of a button, you have them revived. Number 3, Lion. Lion's ability is a scan. You also get 3 charges, and when activated, any enemy that moves when the scan goes off will get marked with a live ping. Now keep in mind, many players know not to move, but in the time frame, it's a great opportunity to push towards a site or take some map control. And if your teammate encounters an enemy, they will likely move and they will be live pinged, leaving them vulnerable to a nice little wallbang. Number 4, IQ. IQ gets an electronics detector that can scan electronic devices owned by the enemy. She is great to have, especially as a new player who doesn't know camera locations. She can see Kapkan tripwires, so you know to shoot them before approaching the door. You can ping the equipment through walls as well to notify your teammates of potential hazards or cameras. Number 5, Ace or Thermite. Ace and Thermite fall under the same category because they are both great hard breachers, but with pros and cons that counteract each other. Ace can safely throw his charge from a distance but requires correct placement to actually breach the wall. But Thermite has to be directly at the wall, giving an increased chance of being killed, but one charge will blow the whole section of wall open. If you want to see a more in-depth video on these operators, I will leave a link in the description below for you to watch after you finish the rest of this video. Map knowledge. Map knowledge might be one of the longest learning processes of Siege. There is so many callouts for every map it can seem overwhelming, and we've all had our beginner experiences playing. Our teammates call out blue stairs and you're just spinning in circles thinking, "What the f is that?" While your teammate just keeps screaming blue stairs, getting angry, calling you names, making you want to just Alt F4 right then and there and uninstall the game. Yeah, I've been there too. So here's a couple tips I've got to help you be less, well, whatever your teammate said. Go on Google and search r6calls.com. There you will see all the maps, and when you click on the map of your choice, you will see a legend of the information you are seeing, as well as map location names. You can even select which floor and also use the learning tab to make yourself have to guess the location name. And even better, you can download Overwolf and have R6 calls as a screen overlay that you can then link to your game, and it will show a live feed of where you are located. You would need a second monitor for that though, but it is still a great option. You can also pair this information up with running map drills in Siege itself. It will give you tasks to do, such as run to this location, then run to this location, etc, etc. You can even do drills with bots to learn common holding angles. And lastly, pair all this information with just playing the game with the focus and intentions on learning the map and callouts. I bet every time you play, your brain is just blank and you're not really thinking about improving and you're focused on just playing. Try focusing on improving rather than just the gameplay itself. Drone phase and droning. Yes, I know you're probably thinking, well duh, we have to every round. But are you using your drone the correct way? Are you just trying to find a bomb for the extra 50 points? Instead of getting the points, when you know the area of the bomb, set your first drone to have some coverage of where enemies may play and or rotate to. Then before you enter the building, drone out everything near your chosen entrance. This will give you a higher chance of surviving and may even getting a kill rather than just hopping into the window to die right away or land on a frost mat. Try and keep your drone as long as possible, as it is your only source of info. Right, so you get into a room that you know is clear and because you droned it. Now you go back on your drone and drone to the next room, and just keep checking your path as you move to decrease your chances on getting surprised. Oh, and I can't forget this one rule in Siege you must know. Do not, I repeat, do not red ping. The enemy will then know they are being watched, and likely destroy the camera and or drone. Just a simple yellow ping saying enemy here is all the team needs. Playing with and as a team. Also remember, this is a team game and it's a tactical shooter. All it takes is one bullet to the dome and you're dead. So use your droning knowledge you have now and say, hey teammate, I'll drone you out, just follow my drone. Guess what? They follow your drone or you follow theirs and someone sees the drone. They're going to try and shoot that drone, and while they're aiming at the floor shooting at the drone, your teammate has already pinged the enemy and you can swing and get a free kill. If you see your teammate lock in a hard breach like Ace or Thermite, lock in Thatcher and EMP the wall so your teammate can breach the wall. Simple things like this can be a game changer. And don't solo push anything unless you are a lurk, but everyone shouldn't be lurking. Have one lurker and then play at least in pairs of 2, so you can at least play for your teammate's trade. Try your best to never give the enemy a 1v1 fight. Gamesence. The most critical insight for new players is understanding the importance of adaptability. Knowing when to switch tactics or operators can turn the tide of a match. If you just tried to defend a site and got totally steamrolled, then try defending with different operators or with a different approach. Just because you think it's a great plan doesn't mean it is. You lost once and you'll lose again. And on the second hold, if you lose again, then rather than thinking of another strategy or different operators for that same site, just switch it up and try and defend a different site. When it comes to attacking, over time you will get an understanding of which sites get defended in a certain order on each map. Once you understand that, which doesn't take long at all, you will know what works best for you, where you should drone to right away, and over time you will have your own knowledge of attacking and strategies that work. But until then, just try and be a good teammate, listen to what the more experienced players have to say, and just follow their lead. To sum it up, mastering or even just simply learning the ins and outs of Siege is a battle. It requires practice, strategic thinking, and teamwork. By following these essential tips, you'll be better prepared to face your opponents. And don't give up, we've all been where you are right now. It's a hard process, but probably one of the most rewarding. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found these tips helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. If you have anything else to add, leave a comment down below to help our fellow beginners. Have a wonderful day.